Factoring a product of a quadratic trinomial and a monomial. We're going to factor these polynomial expressions completely. Our goal is to break these up into as many factors as possible. First rule in factoring a polynomial expression is look for the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor between these three terms is 2u squared. And we're going to use the distributive property to figure out what's left. We need a 2u squared minus 11u and then subtract a 6. Now we're left with factoring this quadratic expression, or this quadratic trinomial. Where's the monomial? The monomial is right here to 2u squared. Let's continue. We'll use the trial and check method. First position, 2u and u. And the last position, let's try a 6 here and a 1 here. We're going to subtract 12u and add a 1u, and then we have checked. Let's count how many factors we have. So we have one factor of 2. We have another factor of u, but we say with multiplicity of 2 because it counted twice. Oops, I need to spell multiplicity. A factor of u with multiplicity of 2. Where's another factor? Another factor is 2u plus 1. And then another factor is u minus 6. Okay, so you could really, should say this is a factor. How about that? Remember, factors are separated by the operation of multiplication. So the multiplication is here, here, and here. So we really have 4 factors with u having multiplicity of 2. So in some ways, it looks like you might even have 5 factors. How about the next problem? The next problem is a trinomial. And these 3 terms have a 3 and a u to the 5th in common. So the GCF is 3 times u to the 5th. Let's factor that out and use the distributive property. And then what's left? A u squared minus 8u plus 16. Ah, that's a nice pattern. That's a perfect squared trinomial. This right here is a perfect squared trinomial. Once again, our monomial is here, and our trinomial or quadratic trinomial is right there. That's once again, well, this is simply u minus 4 raised to the 2nd power. A squared minus 2ab plus b squared is factored this way. Parenthesis a minus b quantity squared. And remember, you could always do the trial and check method. So you always want to check. And it does check. How many factors do we have this time? We have 3 as a factor. We have u as a factor. U is a factor with multiplicity of 5. Then we also have another factor here. U minus 4 is a factor with multiplicity of 2. So there are 3 distinct factors, but u has multiplicity of 5, and u minus 4 has multiplicity of 2. So the minimum number of factors you should see here is 3, And the maximum number you might see is actually 8. Whoa. We have factored this completely. We have factored this completely as well. And there you go.